Hey.
I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute.
Yeah?
It's about Sharon. I'm getting really worried. She's been jumpy and on edge for days now. And I don't know, she just seems really torn up.
You know, it really rattled me when I found out what JT was up to before he left town. Do you think that stirred up some things for Sharon, too?
What, like that abusive boyfriend she had when you guys met?
Maybe. I mean, do you think that's enough to get her to hang out with Victoria all the time?
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed it.
At Reed's going-away party, Sharon practically hid out in the dining room the whole night with my mom, Vic, and Phyllis.
That's like Sharon's personal unholy trinity.
Well, whatever it is, we need to get her to talk about it.
It is so good to have you back. I know Victor will be thrilled to see you, too.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Okay. So how is our patient doing?
Oh, just how you would expect. Frustrated, tyrannical, absolutely maddening. You know, he doesn't like to be in anything less than top condition, so of course he's taking it out on me, the staff, the cook, and his entire medical team.
Well, that must mean he's on the mend, right?
Yeah. I'll go find him. Let him know you're here.
Yeah, sure.
Victor? Well, that's odd.
What?
I left him right there. I went upstairs to return some calls. Where could he be?
Is he even up and walking around yet? I mean, seriously, how far could he go?
Well, let's not forget this is Victor Newman we're talking about.
Hey. So Johnny and Katie off to their field trip already?
I did. They are off. They are now 2 of the 30 kids that are on their way to enjoy the sights and sounds of a free-range egg farm. Terrorizing those poor chickens. Oh, before I forget.
Oh my. What was that for?
You, and being incredibly understanding about having the kids with us while Victoria detoxes from this whole JT mess.
Not a problem.
Even with all the juice splatter and listening to the same perky song from the same perky princess cartoon on an over and over loop.
I do hate that cartoon, but I love everything else.
Well, you deserve a break, which is why I'm going to drop them off at their mom's after school today.
No, we need to keep them longer.
Okay. Why?
Morning, you two. What's with the hush-hush routine?
Hey,
Hi. Yeah.
it's a surprise for you.
What? Oh, spoiler alerts. Why did you tell her?
What kind of a surprise?
Well, it's only because Nick admitted it. I'm going to tell you what it is, and it's for your birthday.
Which is months away.
I know, we know, we know, I know, but we're just going to need that time to get it all special and figure it out. Oh, look at the time. I've got to go. Bye.
Bye. Nick Newman. It's Faith's school. Wait, what kind of incident? Well, can you tell me what happened? Okay, I'm on my way.
What? What is it? Is Faith okay?
Apparently, but they won't go into detail.
Let's hurry.
I expect all work to be finished at the date specified, and the usual hard copies and electronic copies, and send them on to the main office and then to the Liverpool office as well, okay? Hey, Neil, nice to see you.
Good to see you too, Victor.
And tell Legal I want to talk to them, okay? Get me them on the phone for me.
We only need him for a few minutes. Just take a break, and don't forget to tell the cook what you'd like for lunch. Victor, don't you think you're pushing it a little too hard?
I know my body better than anyone.
Well, I was just telling Neil how you have surpassed the doctor's expectations since you've been home.
I'd have counted on nothing less.
But there are physical and medical factors to be considered. He doesn't need to be taking these risks. Am I right, Neil?
Definitely. Hey, Victor. You are crushing this, man. You got nothing to prove.
I don't want to prove anything, Neil. I just follow my instincts, you know? They served me well. I've learned that the J.T. Hellstroms of this world, they prey on the weak. It's their only source of power.
Hey, where are you going?
To my room.
Wait a minute, not so fast. Your dad and I want to talk to you about what happened.
Yeah, you were pretty quiet in the car.
I didn't want to make you even madder at me.
We're not mad, all right, but we are disappointed. Faith, you got suspended from your school for a day.
Half a day. I'm going back tomorrow. Anyway, Thomas deserved it.
Whoa, come on.
Thomas, that's the boy who you and your friends ganged up on?
We didn't gang up on him.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us your side of the story?
Thomas loves picking on girls. Constantly. In class, at lunch, in texts. He's always saying the meanest stuff.
Is it ever about you?
Not specifically, but he does it to my friends Karen and Sarah all the time. They got runner-up in the school talent show, and Thomas sent out this horrible group text to all the kids about their singing and how they looked.
Well, that's not cool.
I know. So in homeroom, Karen, Sarah, and Siobhan decided to tell Thomas to his face that all the girls have had it with him, and to stop texting and posting about people. And also I should do it with them because if there's 4 of us, maybe he would listen. I said no.
Why?
Because I knew it turned into this big thing. I didn't want to get in trouble for basically stooping to his level.
Well, that was smart.
What changed your mind?
Siobhan, she said if I don't, it's the same thing as being okay with everything Thomas is doing.
Considered everything that Victoria is having to cope with right now.
I thought I did.
First off, you got JT, the abusive ex-fiance, would-be Victor assassin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's enough to give any girl the creeps. And on top of it, her firstborn is jetting off to boarding school, and I think a few more bubble baths, some leisure reading, and maybe some Pinot Noir, that would be very, very therapeutic.
Well, it's hard to argue with that.
Besides, you know what? I really enjoy the kids staying with us.
Well, they're having a blast, I know that. I have fun watching you with them. You're so good with them.
After everything that Victoria's been through, I'm happy to help out any way I can.
I appreciate you saying that. Even though we both know you're lying your ass off. Look, I get it. With all the bad blood between you and Victoria over the years, it's going to take more than one girls' night out for you two to become best pals. Which is why I appreciate what you're doing even so much more. Putting away your personal differences and your feelings aside to support a woman that we both know you don't really like.
It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal to me, for sure. I mean, I'm the one that got you into this mess in the first place.
You didn't drag me into anything.
I asked you to go to Sharon's party to support Victoria, and here you are still going above and beyond to help her out. It's very unselfish of you.
When you brought it up, I wasn't crazy about going to Victoria's girls' night out. I kind of saw it really clearly ending in one way, and then it turned out to be one of those unexpected things, in every way.
Say so, especially when the chief of police shows up looking for Victoria's missing fiancé.
When you see a woman, up close, dealing with what she is dealing with, it shifts your perception, Makes slagging them off not quite so much fun anymore.
You know what? We've been so busy babysitting, I don't think we've really had a chance to unpack this whole JT-Victoria thing. I mean, I'd like to hear what you think about it.
About what?
For starters, Victor and JT, everybody knows they've never been fans of each other's, but I mean, attempted murder? If JT's capable of that, we're talking about a whole other level here.
Yeah, agreed.
And yet, if he is guilty, he was able to hide that in front of Victoria. Not only that, but get her to agree to remarry the guy. You think she had any clue about what was going on?
No, people, they're able to hide things from their partners, big things. And JT had a lot more going on than any of us really knew anything about.
Text her. I'm sure she could use the support.
Do you think she would want to discuss that with you?
Why not? I've had my own run-ins with JT before.
Honey, just think about it. She made a mistake. She was about to remarry a disgusting sleazeball. I don't know if that's really a conversation of choice that she would have with her ex, especially a vastly superior ex like you. Just maybe later, when it's not all so raw, just give her time to grieve.
Grieve? Jeez. Guy's on the run. He's not dead.
That's how women feel about relationships that have ugly endings. It is kind of a death. You process it in a similar way. You grieve, you get yourself together, and you move on. How you do that, though, really just depends.
My body may be weak, but my mind is clear. Whatever the JT bastard did to me, it's going to make me work out harder and make me stronger.
Where you go?
I'm determined to be back in a week.
A week? Oh, Victor.
Hey, it's obvious. This man right here is trying to show off.
Oh, you see right through me, Neil.
All right, well, I guess I can do a little showing off as well. I'll have you know that the acting CEO of Newman Enterprises has everything under control, and that includes Victoria and Ashley getting along, reporting to me, and acting as the professionals that they are.
Good, sweetheart, good.
As you see, you can execute your wishes through me to take off as much time as you need in order to recover.
Yes, my love.
Your phobia when it comes to delegating is absolutely notorious.
Doing things myself has made me a success.
Well, you've reached the pinnacle. JT is long gone. No one is trying to challenge your position while you're recuperating.
Oh, not on my watch.
Well, as Neil said, I have nothing to prove, except I'm going to teach a lesson to JT Hostrom.
I can't believe you have anything further to say to him.
He thinks he got me down. I'm going to find that son of a bitch. Wherever he's hiding, I'll get him, and I'll show him that he has failed.
Look, kid, standing up to a bully takes way more courage than trashing people online. We know your heart was in the right place when you decided to tell this Thomas kid to lay off.
He is a bully, and no one else cared enough to try to stop him. So
you had to.
we went to the soccer field after homeroom because Thomas's first class was gym. And before he got changed, Karen and Sarah said we had it. I told him he only picks on girls because he thinks they won't fight back. But one day, one will, and she'll kick his butt because he's a weak, pathetic loser with no friends. And he always will be. And then everyone started laughing at him. Then he started to cry. The gym teacher showed up. And the other three girls said we hadn't done anything to Thomas and didn't know why he was crying. So I told the truth. I said Thomas was a bully and we wanted to stop him. Then the four of us got sent to the principal's office. Now my three so-called friends are so mad that it got us in trouble they won't even talk to me.
I understand where you came from and what you had to endure when you were young. It's one of the many reasons why I love you. We have been together enough and through enough that I know exactly why you're so driven.
Then you understand why I have to do this.
Victor, you're testing the limits of your body. You're risking your life, and why? And just to let JT know that he didn't win? I promise you, wherever he is, he already knows that. So you don't have to do this. Victor, we almost lost you. And you made a remarkable recovery. Neil, maybe you can talk some sense into him.
It really is remarkable, you know.
remarkable since the last time you saw me?
Nah. Yeah, she still puts up with you after all these years. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you, how's the hunt for JT going? I'm sure you got your own guys trying to track him down.
I haven't found a damn thing. Neither have the cops.
Well, they're not going to share that information with you, not after what he tried to do to you.
I had a hidden camera in Victoria's house. Thank God. And I saw him take Victoria and drive her against a wall and then try to choke her.
JT, right? We're talking about JT.
That's
Did
right.
what to Victoria?
That's right. Imagine that would have happened to your daughter.
Well, Kane and Lily have had their share of problems over the years. I mean, I know he'd never lay a hand on her because if he did, I can't imagine what I would do.
Oh, you would have done the same thing that I have done. You know that. We're going to get back in control. And we're going to get this body strong again because that bastard is going to find out who was after him, let me tell you.
I know you're going to get him. As your PR agent, I am going to do whatever I can for you to manage this, okay? We're going to avoid any scandal that could possibly, potentially hurt this company. And as your friend, I promise you that I'm going to be here for you, whatever you need, whatever it is.
Let me have a damn shot of tequila, will you? We'll get a double shot.
Talking about, this tequila right here?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing,
I
brother?
could ask you the same question, my man.
Come here. Look, you know that you can talk to us about anything, right? I mean, we're always going to stand by you.
So I'm not grounded?
Do I think you should have gotten an adult to deal with this Thomas kid? Yes, but I'm very proud of you for telling the gym teacher the truth. So, nah, you're not grounded. But just promise me this, okay? If you see somebody getting bullied, then just grab an adult, all right? No more vigilante justice.
I promise.
All right. I really love you. Just go upstairs and dig into that homework.
Okay.
I mean, no, Faith should not have led that charge against that bully unsupervised, but am I wrong here? I'm kind of proud that our daughter doesn't tolerate jerks and bullies. Does that make me a bad dad?
No.
And I guarantee you that kid's not going to be bullying anyone else thanks to our daughter.
Did you get to the New Hope meeting?
Yeah, in a second. I just want to make sure you know, too.
No, what?
Same goes for us, Sharon. If there's anything bothering you, you can tell me anything. Anything.
Mom?
This is me being your friend right now. The kind that you need. Now, I'm calling you out. This is the last thing you want after having very serious surgery, okay?
Oh, that's 2 points.
Victor, as your PR rep, the last thing that I want to do is write a press release that says cause of death, complications after surgery.
Are you finished?
If that happens, Nikki's right, you know? JT wins.
Can I have a towel, please?
Yep. And sir, now I am finished. Here's your towel.
And you know, there's one good thing that happened. When I was in the hospital, Nicholas came by, you know. Meant a lot to me. Kind of surprised me.
Doesn't surprise me.
Huh?
He really loves you, Victor. You know, he's just trying to find his own way in a world dominated by your very imposing shadow.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, sweetheart.
This won't take long. I just need to get your wish list before Arturo and I go check out some potential sites for the New Hope locations. Go.
Your father knows about us. Arturo and me. He didn't put it in such explicit terms, but he wants him off the project.
Damn it.
He's blaming it on some supposed overcharging that Arturo is doing.
Oh, come on. This isn't about Arturo soaking us. This is about Dad's ego. New Hope is a lifeline for the neediest people in our community.
All true.
Do I like this thing between you and Arturo? No, I don't. But there's a bigger picture here, and I've been dealing with it. And Dad needs to do the same. Hey.
Vicky, nice to see you.
Liz?
I don't want to interrupt. You both look busy out here.
No, we're just wrapping up some stuff for New Hope.
Oh, I trust that's going smoothly.
Yeah, it is. Dad, not so much. And Sharon and I had an emergency discipline meeting with Faith's principal today.
What happened? Did Faith do something at school?
There's this bully who's terrorizing the girls, I guess.
And this boy is harassing her.
Not Faith specifically, but he's making life miserable for a bunch of her friends. I guess Faith, stood up and called this kid out in front of the whole class, called him a loser, and he started crying.
Oh. You know what? Good for Faith.
Come on.
I know that she should have asked the teacher to handle things, but you know what? One less bully verbally abusing young women, I think that's a win. That's a win in my book.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm proud of Faith. The timing's not great, obviously. It just gives more for Sharon to worry about.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. She's been off lately. I mean, like stressed out, insomnia, nightmares. She claims it's nothing, but Mariah and I think otherwise. But Sharon's not giving us any answers because she doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm sure she's just overworked. I mean, between this place and her classes.
Don't read too much into it.
I guess she's just been troubled in a way I haven't seen in a long time. All right. I do have to go. I'll see you guys.
All right, see you. Oh my God, what is Sharon doing?
She's cracking. And if she thinks her next step is to run to the cops, we're gonna all end up in prison.
How are things going with Devon now that you're back?
Well, when it comes to the music industry, that man has some real talent. But he made some unfortunate decisions while I was out of town, and we're talking about both professional and personal.
Well, you know, Victoria never talked to me while this was going on with JT.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no matter how old our kids get, we're always going to worry about them, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. But you know, Nikki has gotten closer to Victoria since this incident with Hellstrom.
That's Nikki at her best, rising to any challenge that threatens the family. I mean, she's a great mom.
I detect a change in her, you know.
Nothing negative, I hope.
No, she and I actually get along well now. We work well together.
You care to share your recipe for a long and happy marriage?
We expanded our boundaries.
To include?
Another partner.
Say what?
It's with someone else. So am I.
Okay, we need to monitor Sharon. I've seen her in crises before.
Plenty, I bet.
Enough to know that she doesn't respond well to verbal pressure, browbeating, nagging, whatever you want to call
Well,
it.
that is my specialty, and I'm out of ideas.
Okay. We're supportive. while reminding her what JT did and what we stopped him from doing and what we stand to lose if anyone else should find out.
Incoming. So, what's the big secret, ladies? You caught us. I do enjoy an occasional cup of coffee with my ex-mother-in-law. The question is about what? My money's on JT Hellstrom's mysterious disappearance.
Well, guess what? All bets are off. Don't you even dream about using your tawdry little show to capitalize on my daughter's pain.
I have nothing but compassion for Victoria. But I heard about your girls' night from Mariah. What did she tell you? I imagine she had an entertaining take, as usual. Just that there was mixological issues. Translation, she got drunk, passed out, and remembers very little. Yeah, well, that sounds accurate, you know. Don't worry, she didn't get tipsy and start trashing you. I should hope not. Because I am all about supporting and empowering women. You know, I was the originator of this current wave of GC girls' nights. I mean, yes, Abby and Sharon, they helped. But I was the key facilitator at that forgiveness party, don't you think? Yes, no question. So, just wondering, you know, why I wasn't invited. Bill, you're not exactly friends with Victoria, are you? And you are? Oh, well, come on. It was one party. Hey, it was just a girls' night. We'll check your schedule. It's no big deal. Yeah, well, my schedule is all open now, you know, because I'm not pregnant. What happened? Stupid home testing kit gave me a false positive. I found that out after I announced live on air that I was gonna have Devon's baby. And now I'm not, and oh. What am I gonna do?
When you walked in, I had just finished hearing about Faith at school, and it upset me. Of course, I had to be strong with her because I'm the parent and she's the child, and she'd just been through a traumatic experience. But thinking about those poor girls and what they went through with that bully, it just got to me, that's all.
No. That's not it. I'm sorry. It's not. Please, Mom. You've been like this for days. Something is wrong and it's tearing you up, and maybe you think that you can't talk to anybody, but I'm right here. You can tell me anything, and I swear if you told me to, I would take it to the grave.
Okay, I think that we should take this as a sign, you know, that this wasn't meant to be. Let's do what we do best after a crap storm, and we dust ourselves off, you know, fix our makeup, and we move on. What did Devon say when he heard the news? You know, was he relieved that you weren't pregnant, or what? He doesn't know. Hillary, I couldn't tell him, okay? I tried, but he's with his stupid girlfriend. What, Simone? When did that songbird move up to GF? It's just complicated with Devon. No kidding. I think we've hurt each other so much in the past that now we can't trust how we feel anymore. That's why we ended up with this damn baby contract. Trying so hard, like set boundaries and protect ourselves, and then in walks Simone, just all up in the mix. I know, sweetie. It just seems like it went wrong when you decided to have sex. You can't listen to anyone, all right? It just makes things so complicated. Yeah, tell me about it. It's just too bad you couldn't use the sample Devon gave you and go the IUI route like you planned in the first place. Just... What? You are a genius. Maybe, in hindsight. No, it's perfect. Devon gave me his sample to use. That was part of the deal. So I will use it. I will get pregnant, for real, this time. I will conceive our baby. And Devon, he doesn't need to know how or when it happened, right?
Yeah.
Ellis. Ellis.
You know you can trust me with anything, right?
In a way that I can't trust anyone else. Not about this. It's just so hard to know where to start or what you're going to think of me when you hear it. I don't even know what I'll think of myself after.
After what?
Having Nick move in with us.
Nick?
And Christian. Having them back in my life again has been amazing in so many ways, but I've just come so close to blowing it, and ruining our friendship by sending him mixed signals.
Have you been doing that?
Oh, God, yes. And he's just at such a vulnerable time in his life right now. Chelsea's gone, and Victor almost died from the attack. I don't want to add to his list of problems or jeopardize what we have as co-parents and friends. And I've just spent too much time working myself up about this. So no more. Nick and I are fine. I'm fine. And it really means a lot to me that you and I can talk honestly about this anytime I need to. So thank you.
You're welcome, I think.
Got it? All right, look. You sure you want to do this? These aren't light, man. These aren't light.
That's the point.
All right, well, we're going to pick this up later. That sounds good to me. I got to go, all right?
Please, tell Kristen on the way out I want to continue their correspondence.
Can you just take it easy, all right? There's no need to go. Let me help you out, okay?
Oh, it's okay, man. I'm so sick of this damn thing. I'm so sick of this damn
I know you are. I know. Victor, man, let me help you. I got you.
Gotta do this
All
myself.
right, look, I'm going to go get your nurse just in case. Let me go get her.
No help.
Come on, man.
No help.
Victor.
No help.
Hey, Victor.